What a good world. It is your boy, Mr. D. We are back for another one. Yes, we are back again, my friend. We are the Tap In Sports Podcast, and you are now rocking with your boys. We are live. It's your boy, Mr. D, in the building with my guys, Big Dent on the ones and twos as always. And of course, I got the tricky Trey G. Hal in the building, rocking with me on the early set. So you already know, as it says at the bottom, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, everything at Tap In Sports. So make sure you do that. So we're going to kick it off like this. We are back this week in the NBA with it. The semifinals are done, and we have cruised on into the conference finals on both sides. Both the Knicks and the Nuggets fumbled the bag last series. The Pacers and the Timberwolves showed they were really legit. Both series gave us unforgettable game sevens. Who do you think had the biggest game 7 collapse out of the Knicks and the Nuggets? Who do you think had the biggest game 7 collapse? Somebody talk to me. Tap in.
It got to be the champs, the former champs, because it can't be the Knicks. The Knicks went out fighting, even with everybody died. Like the Knicks, it was like a war scene. You know, like a war movie, like but falling down, left and right. It was like Glory. You remember the war movie Glory when niggas just died, Denzel even got shot up. Hey, brother, they was trash. They just ran out. They ran out of guns. They ran out of ammunition. But Joker and Murray, they didn't play bad. But it's just the fact that them folks really, I think they realized that they gave up a lot last year where they didn't sign Bruce Brown, Jeff Green. They ain't really played DeAndre Jordan like that. They ain't had no backup center. They backup center was they starting power forward. Them cats was stacking minutes. That one person go out and Gordon to go to the center, and then Gordon to go out when Big Time came back in. Joker. So it just they tried to do too much. The Knicks had no choice. They were fighting, but they ran out of players. That was all. Nobody can knock them. I might be hard on them, but can't nobody knock them because they gave the effort. They just ran out of people at the end of the day. Like, bro, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, all them got re-injured. I'm sorry, because they were already injured. They got re-injured in the game set. You know, I don't know if Hartenstein got injured. I think the only one that might have been healthy was McBride. And he your fourth string point guard. So it's just, they ran out of body. And Alex Burke, of course, he was showing out. He felt like he was Jordan out there. You could tell him. that man thought he got the green light. He said, fuck what they talk about. I'm going for 40. But yeah, I can't knock the Knicks. I'll be hard on them, but I'm going to tip my hat to them because they played tough. They gave the effort. They just ran out of bodies. But the Nuggets, they just ran out of gas. That was it.
We Garrett, tap in. Who do you think had the biggest collapse in game 7?
As the expert, you paid to come on this show and tell the truth. Did I not say this before the series started? I said that Ant-Man was going to be unstoppable for them. And I said they just weren't going to have the players to stop the two Twin Towers. Even when they not efficient on offense, you trying to score over a 7-footer, over 2 7-footers when you're inside the paint is going to be very difficult. So I can't really say it was a collapse on either team. Like what Joker said about Minnesota, he said that team was built to beat them. That team was handcrafted and built to beat the Denver Nuggets. When it comes to my Knicks, they played, man. They played with who they had, man. That's like, shit, you go to the court, two of your homeboys, they got to go clock in for they shift at UPS, and you got to hoop with the scrubs that's in the gym.
You clock it in, boy. Damn, they ain't come to work today. Damn, they ain't called out.
Hey, Dex, you know how it is, man. When you work afternoons or nights,
yeah.
Go to the open gym, and then your homeboy was like, hey, man, it's 7 o'clock. I got to clock in at 9. I got to go to work. So both your homeboys leave, so then it's 2 little scrawny niggas left in the gym.
You give me a little 13-year-old and his granddad. Come on, man. Damn, come on.
But the Knicks went out fighting, man. They have the bench. They didn't have the continuity. They just didn't have anything left after everybody got injured. I think the Knicks had a very good season this year. I think this offseason we really need to tackle getting a scoring or at least a defensive presence, because I think that not having a center that can score at any point in time, it makes us a perimeter shooting team or a three-point shooting team. Hardenstein, outside that bold ass floater he cannot shoot a jump shot. Mitchell Robinson, I think Tibbs told that nigga don't ever shoot the fucking ball.
And it wasn't on the players because they collapsed. It was honestly on the coach. Both teams were running on fumes, and we know this, but honestly, I think it was the Knicks. They had a chance to finish them off in game 6, and they didn't take advantage of that, knowing that they were undermanned already. Because how long have they known that they've been down all these people? And I feel like Coach Tibbs didn't put him in the right position, man. Like you said, he could have let some more people get some more run just to try to save some bodies. I mean, I really think he could have let McBride get some more run. He could have let Burke get more run. And you're gonna have to you just gonna have to substitute. You're gonna have to swap in and out. I know he gonna be missing a lot of pieces, but at the end of the day, you can't let Brunson tire himself out. Whatever you need to do, McBride, Alec Burke, and just DiVincenzo, just give him a break so he can not be gassed in the fourth quarter. That's what you got to do. I know y'all riding him till the wheels fall off, but at some moment you got to get this man a break, like Denver did too, because they rode Joker all the way too, and toward the end he didn't have no gas. He already ain't got no lift. You can't jump up on the curb, so you exhausting this man is really not helping him. So you got to know your personnel, who all you got, and defensively you got to chase Indiana off the three. They did nothing to chase them off the three. They shot the best in history. 67.1% from the field, 54.2% from the three. These folks shot 50% from the three. At no point, Coach Tibbs, did you think to chase them off the three, make them go somewhere else, make them beat you another way besides from the outside? They've been a hot team all playoffs, and you undermanned. So going into the series, you need to go ahead and sew that up so you don't have to, one, exhaust Jalen Brunson, and two, you don't get beat from the three. So I feel like it wasn't on them, it was on Coach Tibbs.
I had to disagree with that, because you got to remember, when you have a cash cow, that's what you predominantly pay them for. If you watch the Knicks in the playoffs, in this playoff series against Indiana, when Brunson was off the floor, them niggas looked like they were just out there learning how to play basketball for the first time. They didn't have no continuity. It's like they didn't know how to facilitate an offense without Brunson being on the floor. And then not only if Brunson wasn't scoring, Brunson was still driving to the point where he was attracting a double team and can kick out. Nobody's doubling McBride when he come to do a floater or a jump shot. Nobody's doubling DiVincenzo when he come in, because by that time he probably got a step on you, so he's trying to dunk. And then nobody else. We had a nigga named Precious out there, so that says enough.
Hey, man, not too much for Precious, man. Let Precious live, man.
I'm just saying, no offense to him, but yeah, I honestly think if we didn't play Brunson the way we played him, even though we played him like till the wheels fell off, I think that we probably would have made it past 6 games, or we would have probably made it past 5 games.
What you mean? Y'all had them down 2-0.
But I'm saying, Brunson those first 2 games.
I know, so that's why they should have had a plan to not run him into the mud.
Like, he had no choice.
Yeah, look,
bro. If you think about it, you just said Michael Burke came in that motherfucker shooting that bitch. So why not get him on mute?
Man, that was a gamble. That was a luck. That was a. I can't say. You know what I say, but I can't say it here. I can't. It was our mistake, man.
Hey, honestly, Alec Burke didn't play until like game 3, and that's because that's when OG got hurt. So we had to sub somebody in, and we had to get Brunson out. So that's the only reason he actually came in. Other than that, he probably still wouldn't have got no tick.
Exactly. So you got to know your personnel, and it's playoff time. Everybody who healthy, you being undermanned, everybody got to get some run. I don't care if they just in there just to take a foul, to give a foul.
Everybody can't play, bro. Everybody can't play. I'm sorry.
When you understand these folks are NBA professional basketball players, bro.
Bro. Hey, bro, stop that. Stop that. AD, stop that right now. Stop that right there. Because Judd Bushler, Randy Brown, and Bill Winnington weren't touching that goddamn court in no playoffs. Motherfucker wasn't even touching the wood.
It wasn't that much, but
I was a blowout.
I remember Judd Bushler getting in the game, in the playoffs, bro.
I remember them doing a story on the fact that them guys are the best cheerleaders because they never get in the game in the play. I remember that story. NBC don't do that, D. They only got in the blowout.
No,
They got in.
That was the 90s, though. We done with the 90s, bro. The basketball players different, bro. You got to get in that bitch, bro. What's up?
Question. Now, I'm just saying, Kendrick Perkins when he played for the Cavs, when did he get in the game?
I back up small forward and power forward is Obi Toppin's little brother and Jericho Sims. No, sir.
I know. Hey, don't pull Jacob now. Don't pull Jacob Toppin, bro. Y'all, bro. Hey, bro. Don't hate on.
Hey, D, I got another one for you. Juwan Howard played 3 years in Miami. Saw 5 minutes. You want to talk about some? Ain't nobody playing. He can't smack it. Oh, no.
Hey, Dex, let's give a round of applause for Jacob Toppin for winning a dunk contest.
Most times he's seen all year.
He not touching the floor, man. He not touching the floor.
No.
But that's why
Mike Lee done been on the floor more than him.
That's why he the coach, bro. That you got to figure something out. That's what you get paid to figure it out.
He gonna go to the GM and he gonna go to the president of basketball personnel and say, "Hey, you saw what happened? Don't give me no bullshit bench like that again."
Y'all had a 2-0 lead, and then y'all had a 3-2 lead, bro.
I think the 3-2 lead when we went to Indiana, I think they had our number for the simple fact that they saw that if we exploit their big man and make them come out, we're going to get them in foul trouble and they have to go small. And then that's what they were killing us on. Because as you saw, Miles Turner was shooting more threes. Pascal Siakam, he was giving Josh Hart the business, just shooting right over this nigga. It's just you had to go small because by that time, Hartenstein had 3 fouls before the second quarter. So he had to come out. So you had small niggas like Precious and them out there, and they don't actually play that much. So they were just playing keep away pretty much with the ball. In the game when they shot in the garden, them niggas were just making everything. I couldn't even get mad at it. I was like, shit, these niggas just wetting that bitch every shot. Cash, go in for a layup, alley-oop. I was like, damn, these niggas just clicking on all cylinders. But like I said, man, the Knicks just didn't have reserves. They didn't have any reserves, man. I honestly, when I looked at that bench, I was like, if we lost, and that's what I told myself. I said, if we lost to the Indiana Pacers, it makes sense, and I'll be glad that happened like that. Then us go to Boston and we get blown out the fucking water. Because with that team, imagine if Brunson got hurt game 1 against Boston. Them niggas will get demolished for 3 games straight. And then you don't have no sub to put in for him because everybody fucking hurt. I think OG would have came back, but he still was limping in game 7, so it ain't no telling if he would have still came back for game 1 if we would have won. So I think what happened for the best. I think we're going to try and go after somebody in the free agency, get either a power forward or a center preferably. But I still think Denver laid the egg the biggest, but I can't say they laid the egg because I think the Minnesota Timberwolves were strategically built that way to beat Denver. Denver let go a lot of pieces, and all they had inside was Joker, and it was like, Joker can only guard one of these motherfuckers. He can't guard Cat, and he can't guard Gobert, so he can't guard both of them. So I think they were honestly built to beat Denver.
Everything is about matchups, and so him saying that shit, even though last year they didn't win, it sounds good when you lose, but the man should have been prepared. He wanted to get back to them goddamn horses. That's fine. Say the truth. He got him a trophy, and he really wasn't trying to do all that. That's just the end of the day. Bro good, bro talented, he all that. But that man don't really want to be there. He's just good at basketball. He ain't really worried about anything else. He's just good. He's just great at basketball. He really ain't. That man ain't there for I don't think he like all that comes with it. I think he just want to go.
I don't think he liked the celebrity, that lifestyle to come with. He just want to be pull up to the gym, play basketball, take his ass home.
Go home. That's it. That's all.
Here at halftime.
Yeah, crack him a beer, smoking a cigarette, man. Let me go on here. Damn, we still gotta be at work. We got 5 more minutes. Man, come on, y'all. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, I think that Denver, when they let go of a lot of those players that they had last year, I knew that was going to be a downfall for them. But that's how it usually goes, man. When you build a team up like that, everybody going to want their money, especially if they was a key contributor to winning. They going to want their bread. Somebody go. And that's what's going to happen with the Knicks because we got to pay either DiVincenzo, we got to pay Hartenstein, we got to pay Hurt. We gotta.
Yeah,
Somebody got. Alec Burke gonna come in there and say, "Hey, nigga, hey, we only lost by 30 with me. Shit, if I didn't step on the floor, we probably lost by a 50 piece."
Yeah, they
So
got a lot of decisions to make. So make sure you stay tapped in, man. Shout out to the Knicks and the Nuggets, great seasons, but they was unable to cash their ticket to make it on to the finals. And speaking of the finals, shout out to my guys. I got Big Dex in the building. I got the Tricky Tray in the building. So, what are your thoughts on the conference finals so far? Somebody tap in.
I'm still up on the two teams that lost because Boston just so dang three happy. It don't make sense.
Oh yeah.
Like they just three happy as hell for no reason. And I don't think they're gonna start playing smart until like they did last game, the fourth quarter. And you can't do that every time, or if they get behind by a couple of games. And the Mavs played out of their mind, and Minnesota did not. And Minnesota still had a chance to win. So I feel like both teams that lost, they got more of an upside because they still got room to grow and develop and get this. The other two teams, they really got to push and try and figure out what's going to work for them. And I think that's the downfall. I don't understand how, as dominant as Boston, ain't look dominant at all in the playoffs. Maybe because they ain't played nobody or they ain't turned it on or what. But they just look like they going through the motion.
like I said before, man, the Boston Celtics choke artists. They are choke artists. They are frauds. They are absolute fucking frauds. Oh, and the crazy thing is, I'm happy. I'm gonna go ahead and choose the Timberwolves, like I had said before. I knew the Timberwolves were coming out. I got the Timberwolves winning all because honestly, Indiana has played every team that they've played to get to where they at were played. Every team they fucking played, somebody or the main core of the fucking team was hurt. Milwaukee, Giannis was hurt. Dame Lillard got hurt, so he bumped them. Then they played us. We had a bunch of injuries. It's just them niggas just been playing fucking half-ass teams. But I go to say this, to me, Boston is like that pretty girl that gets you to the house and you think you about to smash, and then she says, "Oh shit, It's just like, God damn, like why are we here right now? We could have walked at the park or some shit." They get you right to that spot where you excited. You're like, "Oh, this is gonna be the year for the Celtics," and they showed. So I don't have any faith in them to win. I think that the Pacers will win in 7. Honestly, because like the stats had said, and I had talked to the dirty ass Deuce, he was like, Boston just doesn't play good at home. And you saw they almost lost at the crib last first. So it ain't nothing for them to lose game 7.
Ooh-wee. Come on, Dix, talk to me.
Yeah, he said he hit it on the nose. I don't know what them folks' problem is. Celtic fans I know, they always told me how easy it was to make it in the conference finals in the Eastern Conference. It was supposedly easy as hell for LeBron to make it to the finals 8 straight times out of the Eastern Conference. The Celtics done win 6 straight years now? 6 years out of 7 or some shit, and they ain't since LeBron done, and they done made it to the finals one time and lost that. So apparently it ain't as easy as they feel like it is to make it out of the Eastern Conference because they can't fucking do it. And when they fucking do it, they can't even win. And they ain't had nothing but a good team. These guys been good since they came in the league. They've been blessed with a great system since they came in the league. They had great role players since they came in the league. Six-man, defensive players of the year, all that crap, and they still can't do nothing with the chances they given. So they, like you said, they are choke artists because at the end of the day, the thing that they swear, they fan base, I should say, swears is so easy to do, and that is get out the Eastern Conference. They can't even fucking do consistently, and they've only done once since LeBron left. So I ain't got no sympathy or pity for them because they had the best record in the league most of the season. They coasted through the schedule, they coasted through the playoffs, and they struggling with a team that, like Gary said, really nobody counted that's supposed to be there. They got the luck of the draw because of certain situations. But again, that's a lot of champions. Hell, the Warriors done did it a bunch of times where people got hurt and they won, but they're taking advantage of the situation.
You got to.
So just like Miami did last year, they took advantage of the situation. So that's the thing that Indiana's doing. So if the Boston Celtics get their ass knocked out again, it's just another day at the office because really none of us are going to be surprised. They keep doing the same shit.
Same shit. And think they're going to get a different result. But I'm gonna have to give them some props because even though they known to struggle at home in the playoffs, they don't have Kristaps Porzingis. They shot selection be suspect as hell. They still find a way to win the game. I don't know, like everything be stacked against these chumps. Like they should not be winning, but some type of way they find a way to win. Brown and Tatum, they step up. They don't it, and they get like these 30-point games, and it don't be like a dominant 30. Like you just look up at the end of the game and they done had 36 points. What was y'all at doing all the clutch times because they're going these little spurts? But I don't know how this gonna benefit them coming out of the East because with the East they do have weaker competition, so it's easier for them to take them games off, struggle here, struggle there, and still be able to pull out. You honestly have to give props to Drew Holiday because his defense have been the reason I think that they've been able to still weather the storm with Porzingis being out because that is a big key that they missing right there. But with Drew Holiday, he delivered on everything that they thought that he would be able to do when they picked him up in September. So I got to get him props.
Not just defense. He had 28 last game. Hell, if he didn't have that, they were done.
Yeah, they done.
He didn't show up. Them other two be damned. It was over with. It was over. Yeah. So they blessed that he did show up and show out.
Because if it weren't for him, it would have been a wrap because they weren't stopping nobody. They just, like I said, I don't know what it is about people chasing the Pacers out off the three, but they would not get the Pacers off the three. They just allowed them just to find a shot, get into their rhythm, and before you know it, these folks done hit 10, 12 threes, and you like, what the hell done happened? Chase them off the three, make them go to the bucket. Like they want to cut them off from going to the bucket, not knowing that, hey, these people have been overshooting over 50% from the three-point line. What are we doing here? Let them shoot so they can shoot themselves out of the game. And then once they try to go to the inside, it's blocked up. You can't do nothing. So now you're struggling on both ends. But if you allow them to catch fire from the jump, from three, it's going to be a long day at the office for you, buddy. So most definitely, that's something that the Celtics are going to have to clean up, especially once they get out of the Eastern Conference. Because the Eastern Conference, yeah, that's one thing. But playing between Dallas and Minnesota.
Hey, man, you paid me a good salary to tell you the truth, man. What I tell you, the Knicks played with a blind guy, a one-armed guy, and a nigga that ain't got no fingers. So
it sounds like y'all need to go in the free agency and get y'all a team doctor or something.
we need something, man. We need something. I take that motherfucking robot thing that they invented in China, put that motherfucker at the top of the key and just pass it to him.
And what do y'all think about the Dallas and the Minnesota series? The boy Ant-Man came out, said he wanted Kyrie. So how y'all think
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I need him to focus on offense along with playing that defense. And I need him to realize that he got to play team defense because that pick and roll is what Dallas do best. So you have to go around them big. They ain't going to just let you go up there and square up on Kyrie and D him up one-on-one. They going to screen. They going to double screen. Because you look at Dallas, they got three guys out there that ain't necessarily looking to shoot that ball at all. They looking out there to make shots for Luka and Kyrie. If they shoot it, it's a bonus. Them double, them triples, like, man, them folks are setting screen after screen to get them guys open. And them cats ain't scared about taking those shots. So he can play defense on Kyrie all he want, but he gonna need Rudy to step up on them screens. He gonna need Cat to step up on them screens because them hard shows ain't doing nothing. And diving back ain't doing nothing either. So they gonna have to play team defense.
I think that everything is going according to plan with the Minnesota Timberwolves. You got to think about it. They lost in by the last, 7 shots by Luka because he went on a 7-0 run at the end. If I'm losing in that style of fashion, if a nigga get hot, a nigga get hot. That's just pause. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just, hey, the nigga came down, coach. That nigga he just blamed one in my face like that. Ain't shit I can do about it. I stuck my hand up. And he just shot that bitch over me. So it's nothing you can do. I think Ant-Man definitely needs to get off to a better start sooner. But I think it was smart, though, him coming at Kyrie. Because at the same time, Kyrie has been in the league for a while. He knows how to play. He knows his assignments. He knows how not to let people get in his head and everything. But if he antagonizes Kyrie and Kyrie comes out there to guard him, I think that's one dance that Kyrie just doesn't want to go to past 30 seconds of the song. I think the Ant-Man could back him down and pull the same Jordan shot that Jordan was pulling all the years that he was doing just because of the height advantage. and then just the overall strength. So I think that was a good call out, and then I think that's gonna bring the best out of Kyrie, and it's gonna bring the best out of Ant too, because he's going after a guy that's been in a finals, that's won a championship and everything. So it's gonna make him adapt and be like, all right, man, I can't have a first quarter where I only scored 6 points, 1 for 7 from the field goal, 2 for 8 at the 3. He's gonna have to pull it together and have a good start.
Oh, and I don't mean no harm, but Jason Tatum is not 6'8". That man 6'10", 6'11" at best. He taller than Al Horford, so ain't no way in hell. That man the same height as Pascal Siakam. Ain't no way. So unless Al Horford like 6'7", 6'8", somebody lying.
That's crazy. Say he way taller than what they putting on paper, huh?
That man taller than Obi Toppin, Al Horford. He look like, I don't know how tall Pascal Siakam is, but he look like he a little bit taller than him. So ain't no way. See why he play power forward.
Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on all social media sites. We are the podcast with the barbershop vibes. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. I still got my guys in the building. I got Big Dex on the ones and twos, and I got my guy, the Tricky Trade G Hal, in the building. All right, now I want to switch directions a little bit, because I initially said we was gonna go over the rookie teams. But the all NBA teams, I said, hey, we might as well go on here and shoot with the big boys. With that being said, now we're looking at the first team all NBA and the second team all NBA. Do you think that they got these selections correct? Somebody tap in.
Anthony Davis, he gotta go.
What?
The first team's okay. The second team, I think Anthony Davis should depart.
I think Kawhi should leave.
Yeah, and Kawhi. Kawhi ain't did much of shit in LA. Except take up space on the ground all the time.
It's interesting that Kawhi made it and he spent the majority of the year hurt.
Yeah, I think they should have put Paul George.
He played like 65, 66 though, but
I think they should have put Paul George in there, but to me, Anthony Davis, Mr. Glass, he just doesn't cut it for me, man.
Glass, get off my dude, man. This probably the most games he done played in his career, bro. Stop it.
It's the most game he didn't play, but shit, that's a sad story to say.
And probably one of the most productive. He been productive this year too. I don't know if I would have gave him second team.
I would hope he's been productive. He played the most games he's ever played.
Yeah, but a lot of times, it just really depends, because you still got LeBron James, so you still got to respect LeBron and get him what he needs. So in all games, he ain't gonna produce like that. But he ain't gonna be the top producer. Let me say that. I don't know about second team. Maybe third team.
Yeah, put him on third team. Put him on third
team.
Him and Kawhi.
Him and Kawhi could go on third team.
That's fine. I don't think they second team material. You couldn't do nothing. Like, first team is first team. You can't argue it. Like, Ant-Man could have been on first team, but it's damn, who do you take off? So it just is what it is.
Man,
to be honest, if you want to be true, he ain't really been no first team type superstar this year. He been all right. He could have been on second team for real.
He actually have, because he always stay consistent. It's just his team wasn't doing the same thing that it always do. That ain't on him. That's on your boy Glenn, man. Your boy Glenn, the reason why his team has underperformed. It ain't not his fault. That Glenn fault. You gotta get that narcotic out of there, man. That's that crack.
But they still ain't fired him, but the Cavaliers fired JB Bickerstaff. Ain't that some shit?
And that was stupid.
That's crazy. Fired JB Bickerstaff. Then they won one series this year, but Glenn Robinson, Glenn Rivers is still in Milwaukee with a job and ain't hit nothing on nothing. Team fell out like bad dope.
They already paying 2 other cats anyway. They can't afford to pay 4 cats for firing him.
Man, look, man, that NBA money, boy, be tied up, boy. They be having some millions.
Hey, let me see something real fast. Hey, in all honesty, shit, when you look at it, the second team is almost just like the Knicks. Hey, got 3 players, that main players, and the other 2 stay hurt.
He gonna make sure he come back to them Knicks now, most definitely.
And we play handicap for real.
But a lot of teams be banged up.
A lot of teams be banged up, but not they whole starting 5. Our starting 5 was hurt. It wasn't like it was a 6-man. It wasn't like it was our go-to guy to come in and get us at least 10 with 3. It was our starting 5. All them niggas was hurt.
Oh yeah, it be like that, man. It does be like this. So hey, though I say you gotta have that plan already in place, especially when you already know y'all undermanned. Come on, bro. You gotta go ahead already guard against your body every series because they trying to run y'all into the
I ain't
ground.
got no sympathy for y'all, Gary, for the simple fact that LeBron James took Iman Shumpert, Dellavedova, Tristan Thompson, and a nigga named Moskov to the finals when his team was hurt. So I ain't really trying to hear that hurt shit, man.
Wait. What team was that? What year was that with the Cavs?
2016, the year, no, 15.
Oh, you talking
15.
about on down in the gap. Hell, which year
Hey,
was it?
when Kyrie and Love got hurt, and that man took that bad news Bears ass team. You right, D. It did it. 18,
Hey.
he did it again with George Hill, J.R. Smith.
Man did this shit so many years, bro.
Rodney Hood. What the fuck is he?
I'm not trying to hear that, man. LeBron had some better shooters than nobody outside of the starting five for the Knicks to shoot.
Oh, this boy here. Hey, man, cut.
No, he could shoot. Jumper could shoot.
Not like that. He was more of a mid-range jumper. He wasn't like no three. He never played with no sharpshooter.
That main three was worse than his pistol shooting on the shot. That nigga ain't got no gunplay. He ain't no gunplay in that man.
Hey, Trump was a decent shooter, man, because he was a decent shooter when he was with the Knicks.
He had mid.
But I'm saying shooter, not 3-point specialist. I'm just saying he was a good shooter. Like, if he can get a spot-up bucket, he can get us a spot-up bucket. But I'm just saying overall, nobody on the Knicks outside of our starting five make pride from time to time.
It was a poor man's Alec Burke. Iman Shumpert was a 2-point shooting Alec Burke. Nigga, I ain't gonna do nobody no good.
Because who else did you say was on that team?
Dellavedova, J.R. Smith, Moskov.
J.R. Smith was a better shooter than anybody on the Knicks.
So his second best player when Kyrie Irving went down was J.R. Smith.
You know he was full of that gas. He full of that gas.
No. Hey, D, 1 second. Dex, you telling me if the Knicks didn't have J.R. Smith at that time on their team this year, they wouldn't have been able to shake something?
Shit, nigga. Hey, what the hell you mean? JR started. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying outside of the starting five, if I had to get somebody a breather, because you said that they had Kyrie Irving. So that's what I'm saying.
He got injured in the conference finals.
Exactly. So I'm saying when he got injured, J.R. Smith could run the reins. When Brunson got hurt, who was gonna run the reins for the Knicks?
Nigga, LeBron was Brunson.
Nobody.
LeBron was Brunson.
We had Harriet Tubman out there running the P.
LeBron was Jalen Brunson. Kyrie, I guess he was Julius Randle because he got hurt. And Kevin Love was OG. We lost our two other guns.
Who was the centers? Who was the centers that year? Tristan
Kardashian.
Tristan Thompson was better offensively than either one of my centers.
You better stop. You better quit. Hey, man. Hey, brother. You gonna quit that.
D.
All right, man.
D, look me. Hey, look at my mother. Hey, Dex. No, I want D to be a witness to this. D, look at my face. Yep. Please, you tell me that Tristan Thompson did not have a better offensive package than Mitchell Robinson. Please tell me he did. And I'll go give me an 8-ball right here and do it live on the air.
When you do the edit for this, D, when you do the edit for this, pull up Tristan Thompson shooting them layups in the Chicago Bulls uniform in a warm-up. So he can see them
Bulls. I'm talking about when he played.
He was supposed to be better. He got his bag then.
I'm talking about when he was with Cleveland. Man, Mitchell Robinson couldn't buy a layup for shit. If it wasn't a tip slam or alley-oop, Mitchell Robinson does not have it in his repertoire. He was just tall and long. Tristan Thompson at least had a little lay package or something.
That man wasn't nothing but putbacks and rebounds.
Oh, my goodness.
That man had no lay package.
Package. Right there, man. We're going to leave it right there, man. But there's something most definitely, that you got to be tapped into, man. Shout out to y'all for joining us tonight. Once again, it's your boy, Mr. D, still rocking with my guys, Big Dex in the building. I got the Tricky Trey, G Hal in the building. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on all social media outlets. We are the podcast with the barbershop vibes. We are Tapped In Sports Podcast. So let's leave the NBA. Let's jump into the WNBA. We promised that we was going to be on it with the W going forward. The W recently had an article come out with the ladies having a problem with the way the league is rolling out the charter flight program. But some players feel like it wasn't equal for all teams and could possibly be a case of favoritism, considering that the number one rookie had dibs on the first flights. Could this be an issue that could linger and cause problems in the WNBA? Somebody tap in for me.
I got your 8-ball deck.
I'm just saying, go on. That's why you got it. You know what you need. You doing. But anyways, only reason I feel like it was an issue is based off of the history. And the only reason I know the history is because Cheryl Swoop said something about it. She said they were supposed to have a private jet back in the 90s, but the league told them that if every team doesn't have a private jet, they can't have a private jet. So last year, your boy Davis wanted the Vegas team to have private jets, but the league fined him twice because he put his team on private jets. So now Caitlin come and they put her on the private jet. See, the way they're trying to make it out that people hating, people aren't hating. The fact is that folks weren't allowed to do stuff until she came. These folks had the opportunity to do stuff, but they told them if the whole league wasn't doing it, that they couldn't do it. So how you gonna tell a billionaire how to spend their money, but then all of a sudden she come in and y'all want to make certain changes for her? And that's what the issue is. It ain't got nothing to do with her personally. It's got an issue to do with how the league handling it. Because you can't tell us if everybody don't got it, then we can't do it. And then she come in and y'all be like, everybody gonna get the chance to fly, but it ain't gonna be all season. Some people still gonna be on buses and commercial flights. Yeah, they know what I'm saying. So they trying to make it like people hating, but they not telling the full story. The full story is, of course, the Sparks, the Houston Comets back in the day, Las Vegas team now, they can do those things, and they could have did those things a long time ago because they had the paper. Like other teams did not have the paper, so the league was like, nah, we can't have that type of unfair advantage. Fuck the unfair advantage. We all work different jobs, and everybody in the world got different pockets that afford us to do different stuff based off our money, how our money stacked. So if I can't be mad at the person in first class, if I'm flying back there in coach or business, I can't be mad at them.
I got to get my paper right. I got to get my paper right.
I got to get up. I can't be mad at them if somebody flying private jets and I'm still flying commercial flights. I can't be mad. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So the league putting them handcuffs on them and then trying to say that people hating on her, that's wrong to me because that's not the issue. I'm seeing the issue. The issue is you told other people they couldn't do it, and you find Mark Davis last year because he did do it. And I don't even know if the man got his money back because this jet thing could have been a thing a long time ago. Because here's the thing, it's just like anything else in the world. You remember back when cats was first getting them Suburbans. At first, everybody couldn't afford them, and then everybody got Suburbans, and then everybody got Escalade. When it's your time, partner. Yeah. Just, you got to build your money up. So you trying to hold these people back, and then you want to speed it up because now she in here and she got an eye on her. You want to make sure she get to those cities quicker so she can get the autograph signings and do interviews and put a bigger lens on your thing. I get the money part, but you could have had that money a long time ago if you let these other people do what they're gonna do.
Hey, here go my say to it. And it's not to go against what y'all, but niggas gotta stop tripping, man. Stop tripping. If they wouldn't butter her buns until it's light brown in the sun, that's what the fuck they gonna do, man. Like they say on It Is What It Is, and shout out to Cameron and Mace and Stat Baby. Like they say on It Is What It Is, yo, man. Hey, the first white hope for the WNBA, they gonna make sure she ride good. You think they gonna put Caitlin Clark on a motherfucking bus?
I'm not disagreeing with
her. Frontier flight to her next city? No.
Hey, G, I'm not disagreeing with you at all, B-Dog.
And yeah, it is showing favoritism at the same time, which is not good. But at the same time, it's getting more eyes on the game. Exactly. The more eyes you get, you're gonna get more marketing. When you get more marketing, you're gonna get more money. So then they can spread that wealth around the whole league. It's not they are buttering her buns, but I'm saying they butter her buns for a reason. They say, hey, we can glorify this girl and she actually be something in the league, that next person that come in the league, that black chick, or what's that girl from USC? When Juju come in the league, then they can say, oh, when Juju come, then she gonna be the next one they bring.
But that's what I'm saying, G. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I think. That's what both of us saying is you could have been doing that.
Y'all saying that they could have been did it, but I'm saying they wasn't ready to do it yet because it wasn't somebody of their ethnicity. So they weren't ready.
As long as you know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that they buttering Caitlin's buns.
Yeah.
Full spread.
Yeah. They wanted it to be Rebecca. They wanted it to be Rebecca. They wanted it to be Rebecca a long time ago, but she fumbled the bag because she didn't show up. It ain't nothing like, she was hurt and she ain't never get back, but they wanted Rebecca Lobo to be that person. That's why they put on Team USA. That's why they tried to put it out in front, even though we all knew back then Lisa was way better. We knew Cheryl was way better. We knew Dawn was way better. The list goes on. She was the great white hope, and she didn't pan out how they wanted. And they didn't want to do it with Diana because Diana, you know what I'm saying, she ain't into the boys. Sue ain't into the boys. They can't sell Sue and Diana like that. But Caitlyn got a fiance. That's a man. She white. She Midwestern. She got that knack. She got everything that a good Christian girl can look up to. So they gonna really feed into that because that's what it is. She got them wholesome values.
Because that's the first time I really thought of it like that, because they was doing it because of her ethnicity. I thought it was just because of her skill level, because she was the best one that done came along. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they is doing this because, you know what I'm saying? I never thought of it because I just thought of it because she a good hooper. Like she played ball. So.
Hell no,
but that's what I'm saying. It's the holy trifecta. It's the trifecta. It's she can hoop, she's a white female, and she like men. That's money. Diana could hoop, she was white, but she liked women. Sue could hoop, she was white, but she liked women. You can't do that in this society because everybody can't get on board. Everybody can get on board with Caitlyn because she don't ruffle feathers.
Yeah, I'm about to say, think about it. Imagine if Angel Reese was putting up those same numbers. They're not giving Angel Reese no private corporate plane, stuff like that. They gonna say, girl, if you don't get your ass in the back of that motherfucking bus, keep it pushing.
Bloody right there.
We did it to Asia. You see it with Asia right now. Asia does put up them numbers. Asia is the face. And yeah, she was getting people to watch last year, but she wasn't getting everybody to watch. Why? We can make our speculations.
Hey, she wasn't part of the majority.
Yeah, she ain't a part of the majority.
And speaking of Caitlyn, speaking of the face of the WNBA, because we were already assuming that's where they have her catapulted to, do you think that she is facing the most pressure in the WNBA history out of all the ladies that have come through the league? Do you think Caitlin Clark is facing the most pressure to succeed and put the league on the map? Tap in.
Hell yeah.
Nope.
Hell yeah.
No.
I say yes. I say yeah because they got the machine behind her, G. This is like that 18-year-old LeBron James shit, bro. This is that 18-year-old LeBron James shit. She got to work out because they putting everything behind her. Just like he had to work out because they put everything behind him. He get criticized to that point, and she get criticized. Like, I ain't even got no problem with her losing every game she done played so far because I look at the competition she went against. She went against the champ and the Aces, the runner-up in the Liberty twice, the Connecticut Suns, who was like the third best in the league twice. She ain't supposed to win, and the Sparks, who a team on the up and coming, who just got two body reviews.
How you wrong?
Okay, go ahead. I'm done. I'm just saying.
Ain't no fucking pressure on her. She can lose every fucking game this season. And because she's a great white hope, all they gonna say is it was a learning year. It was a learning. She's gonna get
hey, you ain't lying.
It's no different than if Bronny goes to the NBA. They gonna be like, yeah, it's a learning year right now. He's still getting acclimated to the game, the speed of the game. Yep. He gonna bounce back. He's gonna be. That's all they gonna say with Caitlin Clark. They gonna say in college she was shooting from the logo. It's not like that in NBA. They step up on you a little bit more. They play press up the floor. The fouls are a little harder. The game competition. So they just gonna have an endless Rolodex of excuses to make it seem like it's just okay. So
you ain't lying.
She don't have no pressure on her. At this point, she just got to show up, strap on her shoes, and go play and fill stadiums this year.
Even though, like you said, yeah, the people who are on her side are going to be on her side regardless, like you said, for all the reasons you named. But for all the reasons you named as well, the people who ain't on her side ain't going to give her no room.
Yeah, best believe every guard that she goes against every night, they going to be like, hey, she not scoring 10 on me. She gonna get, if she get 30 points, she getting 27 from the free throw line.
She gonna have her Skip Bayless critics because of how big she is. Just like LeBron, he got the people who love him and he got the people who hate him. And when you do good, the people who love you are gonna love it. People who hate you gonna make excuses for why it ain't that great. And when you do bad, the people that hate you are gonna say that's the reason why you ain't it. And the people that love you are gonna make excuses for why it ain't that bad. So yeah, she gonna have, but that's what I'm saying. Why I'm saying it's the most pressure, because it's the most eyes. The most eyes are on her in the history of this game because the most money is on her. The most money.
But Dex, having the most eyes on you, it doesn't always put the most pressure on you, because at the end of the day, if she knows that all I can do is go out here and play my game. Like, a lot of people didn't pay attention to the fact that she had, what was it? She had 20 in her first game, but 10 turnovers or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, everybody pushed that aside. It was like, oh, she had a great coming out game. She just got to work on cleaning up her turnovers. 10 turnovers in your first game? That's crazy.
But then you got to realize that level of play have stepped up. I don't know why people be trying to poo-poo them women like they'll be hooping, bro. Like, it's some hooping women out there, so they're going to give her best every guard that step in front of her. I'm finna kill your ass. I'm finna lock you down. You ain't finna get your shot out. You ain't finna be throwing these little passes. Hey, we did you up. And so she got to adjust. So I don't think that's too crazy.
No, and that's another reason why I say I don't think that the most pressure is on her. The most pressure to me is on the person that guards her that night. Because if you go think about it, if they say D is the best shooting guard out of Memphis, Tennessee, anybody that guard him, they're gonna face the wrath of D and he gonna put 30 on them. So the pressure at that point is not on you to score 30, it's on me not to get 30 dropped on me. I think the most pressure is on the person that's guarding her each and every night, because they gonna say in their head, oh man, they think this Kaylin chick that think she hot shit. All right, then we finna see if she had them 30-point nights on, had that 30-point night on my ass, and she doesn't, and she hasn't had it as of now. Like I said, I don't think there's a lot of pressure on her. I think that this is gonna be her learning curve year. She's gonna acclimate to the game, learn the systems, learn how to move without the ball, and still they gonna try and facilitate her to get to those open shots like she was getting in college. But I don't think she's gonna face any pressure. Nike's not gonna pull their ticket off her. People not gonna stop coming to see her play. It's just she's just gonna play ball this first year.
You remember when your boy Lynn Sanity came up, right? And then they went against the Miami Heat and Mario Chalmers locked his ass up. Ain't nobody really come down on Lynn Sanity. Nobody ain't really come down on Lynn Sanity because of what Mario Chalmers did. And that's why I say the most pressure on her, because it's like, yeah, you can have expectations, but living up to it is the hardest part. It's like Kwame Brown couldn't do it. Anthony Bennett couldn't do it. Greg Oden couldn't do it. Sam Bowie couldn't do it. I can keep going to people that can't live up to the expectancy of what they got going. Hell, like, I don't think J.J. Redick was the person they thought he'd be out of college, but I think they realized what he couldn't do. Adam Morrison damn sure couldn't do it. It's just like, at the end of the day, them expectations can make or break you. So regardless if she's still going to have people watching her for the next 1 or 2 years and she's going to get her money in the next couple of years, are you going to make this a 12, 13-year career or a 20-year career like Diana Taurasi did? Or are you going to be just another one of these people that shoulda, coulda, woulda been? And then ain't nothing happen. That's why it's pressure.
I think that her game is going to come along. I don't think that she's going to be having superior games like she was in Iowa. But I think her game will come along and she will get better. I think she will get better, but I'm just saying I don't feel that she's gonna be under duress and pressure like that her first year. I think that it's gonna be that learning year.
It ain't about this year. It's about the career to me.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's gonna be some pressure. I believe she facing the most. I ain't gonna lie, because Dick said the weight of the WNBA is on her shoulders. Like they looking for her. The most eyes is on the game that it's been like probably in forever since they probably first dropped the WNBA. I honestly believe that I don't know because who the last big star outside of her in the last past 5, 10 years of the WNBA? Asia
Just
Wilson,
Asian Diana Taurasi. That's it, really.
Diana Taurasi, Brianna
Brittany
Stewart. She
Griner.
was yeah, and then Brianna Stewart, she really didn't become a major star until she got into the league. Like they knew she was cold coming out of UConn, but she really didn't get the buzz, get like the notoriety until she got into the league. I honestly believe she's gonna be facing the most pressure that anybody has coming into the WNBA. So most definitely, hopefully, she can keep it together because they sending everything at her right now. They sending all the double teams, all the pressure, all the hate, all the arrows, everything is getting thrown towards this young lady. Hopefully, she can hold it together and she can bring everybody together and meet those expectations that the W have for her. They were an afterthought in the past. Right now, the WNBA is hot and it's a big reason this young lady right here. So I believe she's facing the most pressure to put them back where they want to be and ultimately take them where they want to go. So stay tapped in as we stay tapped in always over here at the podcast with the barbershop vibes. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. It's your boy, Mr. D. I got Big Dex in the building. I got the Tricky Trey G Hal in the building. And of course, I got my boy Goku popping in. So enough of the basketball. We've done the WNBA. We've done the NBA. So you already know what we finna jump into next. We got the WWE, my friends. So with that being said, I need your thoughts, my guy. You know what's going down this weekend. We got the king and the queen of the ring tournament. The finals will be going down in Saudi Arabia. Hey, it's here, Jack. The weekend is here. We are ready for one of those classic events popping off, streaming live on Peacock. A lot of good matches, a lot of good entertainment this past week on Raw and SmackDown. What are some of your expectations? Give me some predictions. Just tap in for me, brother. Let's go.
Oh man, you already know old Cody do it again
Yeah.
as he always does. I really don't know who's gonna win King of the Ring because it's just a hard one to call. I know Valkyrie. I'm pretty sure she's gonna go against Nia Jax, and
They probably gonna
yeah,
give it back.
yeah, and Jax gonna probably go up against Bayley at SummerSlam, which ain't bad because I couldn't see Valkyrie going against Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. That don't really make sense. I'm really ready to see this Sami Zayn versus old Gable and
Yeah,
Bronson Reed. See
yeah.
how
I
they
think
go.
it'll be a highlight match for sure, for sure. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
good.
I'm assuming that the tag team title, the girl tag team title, is gonna be on the line. So because they on the poster. So I'm assuming that's gonna pop off. So I'm trying to see how they gonna work that out. It's just a lot. I'm just excited for it in general, and I'm just happy that the person who wins King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring gets a WWE title shot at SummerSlam. That just make it even bigger.
Make it even bigger, make it even better. So they're gonna be out there. They're gonna give you a good show, most definitely. Man, I gotta say it was another great week on both shows last week and this past Monday. I'm ready for this weekend for sure. Gonna be we streaming live on Peacock. If you ain't invested in Peacock and if you are a wrestling fan, make sure you go ahead and invest in that Peacock because it's most definitely gonna be it's gonna be worth it. They be jumping, it's gonna be live. I believe that Intercontinental Championship. That's gonna be probably the highlight match of the weekend. Hopefully Zayn can retain that jump. But if he do lose it, I hope he loses it to Brunson and not old Chad Gable because Chad Gable he's so whack. What's you think Zayn may lose that jump? I don't know.
I don't know with the triple threat because it could be some kind of wrinkle in it. You never know.
Yeah.
And we shall see, especially if it's going to be something that's going to be a build up to SummerSlam. So they could let Gable get it and him get it back at SummerSlam. But it just all depends on what they see as what's best for business. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to call. We shall
I
see.
think it's so much stuff going on. Valkyrie, she just got here, so I don't see her like just boom, just winning the title like this. Unless she knows somebody, because I thought for sure EO Sky was gonna be her. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think he was gonna be my boy. I was hurt. I was feeling some type of way. Both of my guys that got eliminated from the tournament. I wanted Oos to go ahead and take that jump down because he been getting beat up a lot, but they have been having him on his come up again. I can't be mad at this. And I think they wanted to go ahead and get Gunther something different because he just lost his title after having it the longest out of everybody. I think King and Queen of the Ring. It's gonna be jumping for sure. I'm gonna be tapped in. Just a side note, that Braun Breaker, hey, dude, out of control, man. Hey, they gonna have to call the National Guard. They gonna have to call somebody for dude, man. Dude is that, hey, man, he ain't had to do old Ricochet like that, man. Why had to do Ricochet like that, man?
Gotta leave your mark, man.
God, that man, you feel some type of way. Dude is a monster. Dude got something to prove. Like, he out of control. But I love it. He's sending a message to everybody. Anybody can get it. Anybody, nigga. Ain't nobody say when Braun Breaker around. I like dude. He's starting to grow on me like that. I don't like Carlito hanging out with Damian Priest in the Judgment Day. He need to go on somewhere, man. He need to get back to where he's for. He need to go back to L. He need to go on back with the kinfolk, man. Hey. Yep. It's been going down, man. I'm loving how it's going. Most definitely, I know it's gonna be on point this weekend. King and Queen of the Ring popping off in Saudi Arabia. Make sure you stay tapped in because we stay tapped in right here at the podcast with the Barbershop Vibes. Quick question before we leave King of the Queen of the Ring. Which one, we said Intercontinental, what other titles do you think could possibly change hands at King and Queen of the Ring?
I really don't feel like any of them will. Becky Lynch might drop that belt, and that's
what?
So it would make sense if Valkyrie win for her to face old girl if she beat Becky Lynch. So it's just, we shall see. But that's my one that, like, Becky Lynch could lose, and then the title at SummerSlam be Valkyrie versus Liv Morgan.
Ooh,
yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. We're going to be tapped in. Before we leave WWE, I want to ask you another question. Last week, I asked y'all top 5 wrestlers of all time. This week, I wanted to know, you don't have to be top 5. It could be 3. It can be 4. It can be 5 if you got them. Your top heels of all time. Who are some of your top heels in wrestling? And for my people who don't know what heels are, those are the villains on the wrestling scene. Who are some of your top villains in wrestling history? Tap in.
Number 1, Ric Flair, of course, forever and always. Number 2 to me, The Miz, because he did it for a long time. Number 3, JBL, because again, he played a role so well. Number 4, Tribal Chief, because again, he played a role so well. And number 5, Vince McMahon, because that man played their role. I don't think nobody ever played the person that you hate, but you want to be better in limousine riding, jet flying. He's still dealing son of a gun, man.
Come on, man. Hey, dudes talk, they talk that. Hey. Okay, I like that. I like that list.
I'm about to say, I don't know if my people that I'm on list are my wrestling people. Hey, old man. Stay with me here. All right, so the wrestler I thought was a bad guy was The Undertaker.
Okay.
Yep.
Stone Cold, Goldberg, and Macho Man. And Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man was a bad guy. I don't ever remember Goldberg being no bad guy though. He was always just big.
That was a hell of a list, Gary. I ain't gonna. That was a top 5, low key. Except probably Mankind. I don't know if he'll be on anybody's top 5. He may be on somebody's top 5, but that was.
I remember he used to always have it. I remember he used to always have that mask and look pissed the fuck off. That nigga looked like a motherfucker that's been working at Amazon Fulfillment for 20 years on a night shift.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He looked bad as a bitch.
Oh yeah, I like both of y'all lists. Y'all had some good. Most definitely, my guy Big Dex. He had Flair. He had The Miz, JBL, Roman Reigns, and Vince McMahon. I'm digging that. I can get with that. All of them had, like I said, they had crucial runs, very iconic personalities, staples within the brand. So I can see them. Those are some good heels. And then my boy the Tricky Trey, he bumped out Undertaker, Mankind, Stone Coldberg, Macho Man. Oh yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage.
I fucked with Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, so I got old ones too over the years. So number 1, I got Ric Flair. Number 2, I got the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. I got Mr. Perfect. Y'all remember Mr. Perfect? This for y'all time. Mr. Perfect, Chris Jericho, and then rounding it off with Shawn Michaels. Oh, like I said, all of these guys.
Yeah, how about Shawn Michaels? Damn.
Yeah, oh my God. What? What are you talking about? What? Well, we got hitters. All 3 of them some fast lists. What you talking about?
This list are here list. That's the top 5 favorite wrestlers. It's not the top 5 bad guys, man. The top 5 bad guys, man. It's gonna be the guys that went against everybody, even the crowd, man.
Hey, that's what I was saying. I didn't know if the guys I knew was bad guys or not. Like they was mad as hell or they just caused controversy.
So you pretty much along the lines, except for probably Goldberg, but yeah, everybody on that list was pretty much heels at some point that I remember.
I'm gonna say
WO.
before NWO, mankind. I'm just gonna say all of them, man. Mick Foley, just Mick Foley. Definitely Stone Cold. Yeah, I think Stone Cold. Did I say Kane? Okay, Kane on the
Oh, I
list
forgot
too.
about him too. Yeah, Kane.
Yeah, Kane on the list.
Hey, The Rock used to talk that talk now, most definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he used to talk bad to the crowd at first, and then after a while, everybody just started loving him. Calling everybody trailer park trash and shit.
Yeah, hey, or meth heads, we stay saying. Everybody crazy.
Yeah.
That was a hard list too. But my boy came with the NWO, Mick Foley, Stone Cold, Kane, and The Rock.
Yeah.
Hey, you see me and my guys, we stay tapped in. Now it don't matter if it's basketball, football, baseball, wrestling. I know something about some hockey. Now I guarantee you that. You may not watch it like
Yeah.
tell you something. Now, goddamn me, hey, don't play with us. Yeah, golf too, now. So we stay tapped in a little bit and a little bit of
Actually,
everything.
one of us tapped in on the NASCAR too, man.
Not recent, but back in the day, I did dabble.
Yeah, I'm not as recent either, but I just I threw myself out there too. Ain't nothing to tap back.
Oh yeah, because we always stay tapped in, man. Shout out to my guys. We are here on YouTube every week, man. Tell somebody to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all social media outlets at Tapped In Sports Online. Hey, they gave y'all them wrestling heels. We talked about the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. So we're gonna lead the WWE right there. And of course, you got to jump into some NFL. We gotta talk about some football with the schedule fully made and out for the public. I want to break down each week and highlight games that we think may be some key games let's discuss and talk about. So, with that being said, we popped it off week one, headlined by the Chiefs and Ravens. Last week, we talked about that. So, looking over the schedule, what game do you think going to be a standout game in week one?
That Green Bay Philly gonna go crazy.
We got Green Bay and Philly.
What else? What the Cowboys at? Who they play?
We got Cleveland.
We got Deshaun
Oh,
Watson.
y'all lose. That's an L. That's a whole L right there, boy. Why they do y'all like that, bro?
How many
He
points?
said,
Bro, I ain't worried about the points, nigga. That Prescott that Prescott may not make it out of week one, bro. That nigga gonna be hurt.
Just trying to see if you gonna disrespect our defense though.
So, like, bro, hey, y'all still got a help bonus sign for a running back. Y'all finna make Dak throw 40 times, bro. And ain't no way y'all throwing 40 times on Cleveland Brown defense. That's why I'm saying that's a horrible matchup. If y'all had a running back, hey, I support him. I support him.
I don't know why. I don't know
what
why.
You mean?
Yeah. Folks ain't been talking about nothing.
Y'all
gotta let that Deshaun Watson narcotic go, my boy. You gotta let that narcotic go.
Oh, see, but we keep a couple of them in the holster. We keep a black quarterback that can run in the holster. We figure that nigga might take a hand job week 3 and he gonna be out for the rest of the year. But also that Los Angeles versus Detroit Lions game gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah, Gary, I'm liking. Yeah, Gary said that.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Y'all ain't the only one that quarterback might get knocked out in week 1 because San Francisco might knock Aaron Rodgers on out there again. He might get laid out.
I think that's gonna end up being a big game because people fail to realize a good defense. San Francisco isn't really that good. Jets do have a really good defense, including, in my opinion, the best linebacker core. I mean, in the last decade. He's definitely gonna get after them more. So I think
it's
gonna be a lot closer than people think.
Yeah. Shouts out to JJ McCarthy though. That man get to start his season on a high note against them Giants. Man, show up and show out.
Hey D, now go back to the records. And what did I say? I said that the Minnesota Vikings was gonna be nice, and they got a pretty decent schedule that they could run.
No, they're not running the table in the North. They're not beating the Lions this year. Stop it.
I'm saying they're not running the table in the North, but I'm saying that I think when we had said who do we think that was gonna be the top, what was it, the top 7 teams?
Yeah.
In the AFC, I had him up there. What Minnesota?
They may be top 8.
I got Minnesota and the Lions and Green Bay over the Cowboys.
Boy,
I'm standing 10 toes on it.
Boy, you got a whole lot of stuff in that pipe, boy. You got a whole.
Hey, he also had Baltimore over Kansas City.
Yeah, so
just because I got Cleveland beating them in the first week, don't mean that I'm down on the Cowboys. I'm just saying Cleveland defense is a I don't give a damn defense. But just like the man said, the offense is but Myles Garrett and them boy is just that's the only reason I'm saying because ain't no run game.
I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried. I got more than enough confidence in our future All-Pro lineman, Tyler Smith, as well as our new guy that just came in this year, Tyler Galvin. We can recruit, man. I'm not worried about the Dak. But what y'all got to understand is Dak has this problem with his coverage. He misses windows and he still tries to force it. It has nothing to do with him getting sacked or whatever. I'm not worried about that. Dak actually lets the ball go at record time when he's getting blitzed. So it's not defensive pressure. He's the best against defensive pressure. So it's not people getting to him is making him mess up. It's just that he's reading coverage wrong.
Oh well, he gonna get hit a lot. So y'all gonna see that. So don't worry about it. You don't get to see who he is when he get hit.
On top of him reading the coverage wrong, there's this thing between the quarterback and the wide receiver where they're supposed to be on the same page. In case you want to improvise on your routes and shit that's not on paper, but you see it, but the quarterback don't see it, you're supposed to relate that to the quarterback. And a lot of times, say for instance, Gallup or whatever, that wasn't communicating with all the receivers. It seemed like he was only on the same page with just CeeDee Lamb and our tight end. It wasn't fair to the other guys at all.
And he gonna have to fix that, no lie. He gonna have to fix that this year for sure.
Hey,
hopefully he steps up on that. And let's not forget, man, Jake Ferguson, that was top 5 last year. Tight end stats, that was top 5. Nobody talked about it. Everybody talked about Kelsey and Andrew and all these other guys. Nobody talked about Ferguson. He was top 5 last year. You really don't think he's gonna get better this year?
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I still a top 5 team, brother. What I said, and I keep saying is, y'all going against the Browns week 1. They some head busters.
You know what? I don't even need the stats. I remember the stats myself. 71 catches by our tight end. Who y'all got to hold?
Hey, we ain't trying to hold nobody. We gonna knock your QB out. That's all I keep saying.
You're saying that y'all are gonna knock our QB out. Let's keep in mind Zeke is older. Zeke is ready to block. If need be, we got a guy that's actually ready to step up and give that extra block.
And that's cool.
I'm not worried about it.
He better be. Better get him some throws in. He better learn to play.
Hey, Dex, all we gonna be hearing that game is, okay, here we go. Right. Oh, another cookie stack.
What the Lamar say, man?
Lamar gonna be prepared for the postseason.
We be in the postseason. We don't make it far, but we make it to the postseason every year.
Tell him, D, with that first round bye y'all keep getting, he ain't got number 2 wins, man. Don't forget
exactly. Dex, do you think the Falcons will get the dub over the Steelers?
Hey, this is what Kurt needs. This is a confidence booster right here, boy.
How much we got on this? We got on this game, sir?
You can name your price, bro. I ain't got no problem with this one.
We doing 15 or 20 this year. Okay.
We do 20 because I'll take that one. This dealer's choice right here. I got that.
Let me give you straight. You gonna bet him, but you gonna bet me on the Cleveland game?
Cause he know what.
Man, we going against the Steelers, bro. It's good. It's cool.
That's crazy. So you honestly think Kirk week 1 gonna be able to overcome new everything, new system, new receiver core to go against that Pittsburgh Steelers?
Hey, brother, we only had one handicap last year, and that was the quarterback position. All he got to do is stay upright for 4 seconds to get the ball to London, to get the ball to Mooney, to get the ball to Pitts, or to get the ball to the running back. We ain't need nothing else last year but just somebody to stay upright.
Game on the line, who you taking, Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins?
I take Kirk because I don't know who he is anymore.
Get out of here. You ain't taking no damn Kirk. Get out of here, man.
Who was Russell? Man, we saw Russell.
You taking him because he's your quarterback now, but if you had a
Oh,
choice,
hey, that's cousins, brother. That's cousins.
you ain't did nothing, man. That man ain't did
Nah, that
nothing.
man. Remember what he did? He threw
Before
that
you
ball
do
to
that-
Diggs. He threw the ball to Diggs that
before you
time.
do that,
Beat the
before you
Saints.
do that, man,
We
go
already
back
know
and
what
look at
happened.
his
Boy, that
track
what you say?
stats.
That there was a R. What you say?
Go back and look at his track stats,
Oh,
man. He's
Hey,
not
hey,
good
Dex,
in the
It was
hey,
an
field.
R
Dex,
mistake,
He's
bro.
actually at the bottom of the
hey,
league.
Dex, unfortunately, I'm gonna agree with you.
yeah,
You on
Hey,
that?
yeah,
I'm
Your
telling you,
cousin
man,
like
yeah.
that?
I'm telling you, the Steelers are gonna be ass and titty.
Boy, get off that
Yeah.
narcotic, my boy.
I'm telling you, man, they defense is decent at best, and putting Russell out with B-level receivers ain't gonna make that team that much safer.
So now George Pickens is a B-level receiver, really, sir. George Pickens.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just
with the
saying,
line like
I'm saying,
And
I'm saying,
then
was he
Dick,
spec?
and then Dick
I'm saying, no,
on a
answer
lot
me
of
this question: was he spectacular enough to take over as being the number one receiver for that team? With Russell Wilson, does that make him the number one guy on that team?
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah. You talking about George Pickens?
I'm talking about George Pickens.
Man, he solidified the number one receiver. What are you talking
I'm
about?
saying, I'm telling you, man. When he get the coverage on him tight, because he's not gonna be the one. He's not gonna be the number one. I still think it's gonna be Johnson gonna be the number one guy.
Yeah, did you watch football last year, man? Why are you saying stuff like that?
I'm telling you, man.
George
Hey,
Pickens is the number one option in Pittsburgh, dude.
What I'm saying,
y'all must have forgot who they just got, though, man. They got Russell. Russell throws it to number 2 guys in the tight ends. That's his swag.
Wow.
man. Like I said, the Cowboys are the top 5 team, but they ain't gonna win week 1.
Yeah, how good the Pittsburgh defense is. That's what
but
kept
not.
them in games last season.
Bro, Pittsburgh wasn't playing nobody. They played the Ravens twice, bro. Pittsburgh ain't played nobody worth mentioning. They played the Ravens. They played the Browns was probably the toughest team they played. Respectful.
Okay. So they played the Ravens. What was the score?
Again, the Ravens ain't
They
nobody.
won. I'm saying they won one because our player sat out or was hurt. That was the only reason they won one of those.
They won one. So what was the score on the other one that they lost?
28. I think it was like 28-14 or 28-17, something like that.
They don't get blown out at the point in time to make it. Y'all making it seem like they just gonna be a pushover. They really wasn't in the bottom of the league last year, man.
Lamar didn't. Lamar didn't play. Our first 3 running backs, the RB1, 2, and 3, they didn't play. Our tight end was out. Come on, man. They played the little Giants, bro. They didn't play the Ravens. They played the Blackbirds.
I say Pittsburgh on Mount Flow with them boys.
Come on, man. Say it again, my brother, for the people in the back, man. For the non-believers, the Atlanta Falcon fans in the back. Okay, another question. Can Caleb Williams win his first game against Tennessee? Tennessee coming into Chicago. Do you think it's an L or a dub?
They probably beat their ass.
Chicago's working with a new quarterback, a new system.
I don't think so. I think they maybe added a piece.
That was the main thing. They
like
needed
that,
to address the O-line situation. So I'm about to say I don't know because I don't know who Tennessee has on the back end. I know they got rid of
Chicago has needed to address the offensive coordinator since they went to the Super Bowl, man. Now, I've been watching their offense this past decade. That's why their quarterbacks never do anything. That's what Justin Fields was complaining about, man. He hasn't even had consistency on his coaching staff. They need to address an offensive core trying to be a defensive-minded team, defensive-minded franchise.
Hey, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know who Tennessee has on the backside. I just know they got rid of their safety. I don't know if they replaced their other cornerback that they had.
Okay. I heard somebody say earlier they think San Francisco gonna knock out Aaron Rodgers, but do you think Aaron Rodgers can go out to the West Coast? He a California boy, he a Cali baby. Do you think he can go out to California and get the dub against 49ers week 1? Go ahead.
I might say Ayuk might throw the game. He might pull a water boy jump. He might go out there, number 9. There you are. They say fuck the boy.
Wow. don't do him like that. There's no way Aaron Rodgers going in there and get the dub.
I don't feel like it because I feel like 49ers pissed off from how their season ended, and I think they want to make a statement. I just feel like they're going to just try and do their thing and show people they ain't went nowhere. That's just my thought.
Y'all said that last season, though.
I mean, let me cut that out right now. You said every year about your silver and blue. Brother, nobody don't hang up on you. You can watch out. You ride with that silver and blue narcotic every year. Nobody don't tell you nothing different.
I always root for my team, but I'm always realistic as well.
I'm just saying, where have the 49ers fell off at?
Y'all said that.
Until they fall off, people going to keep faith in them. They ain't bad.
All right.
Yeah,
but I'm with you, Kudo, because like I said earlier, it's time for motherfuckers to quit feeling like they just above being criticized because the motherfuckers don't do shit. So I got what you said.
A bunch of players that was in free agency.
I got you. Here's what I'm saying. I still feel like they're going to come out and try and do something because they still got them players. But it's the time for them to quit not finishing up. They need to quit bullshit. So they get that same treatment y'all get because every year y'all year, just like every year they year.
They have to get the same treatment we got because last time they won the Super Bowl was before we won ours last season.
But then nobody want to talk about that though. Don't nobody want to put that on the table.
Hey, I ride with you. I'm telling you this year, I'm putting that same pressure on them 49er fans. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear this our year shit. I don't want to hear it. Because, like you said, they keep last year was their year. Year before that was supposed to be their year. They keep on having years, but they don't keep doing nothing with it. But you don't beat Aaron Rodgers just because why not? And they got their ass with the end of the year because that was embarrassing. It really was embarrassing. Super Bowl was embarrassing for them.
Man, my guys are fired up, man. They fired up. So most definitely we gonna be tapped in as we get close to the football season. We got a long way to go. So like I said, I gotta give y'all something to keep us going and flowing until we get there. So once again, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. We are the podcast with the barbershop vibes. We are the Tapped In Sports Podcast. You're rocking with your boy, Mr. D. I got my guy Big Dex on the ones and twos. I got a Tricky Trey G-Hal, and I got my guy Big Goku in the field. And what it do, Jew? We are rocking. Tell somebody to tell somebody. We are on YouTube every week. Last one I want to rap about our picks. Somebody tap in our picks that we made. So this is the finals, conference finals, that is. And everybody over here at the show, we made our picks. So as you can see, it's looking a little red over here. The red means that your team is losing the series. The yellow means that they are tied in the series. The white means that they are ahead, winning. And then, of course, the green means that they have already won the series. So somebody tap in. Tell me how you feeling about the company.
I had to
you and Trap, the only two that's all white. Everybody else got some red.
Well, I'm gonna stick beside them until the wheels fall off. I'm gonna ride with them.
I'm confident in it, man. I paid attention to that game 7 with the Wolves and the Nuggets. I just think the Wolves got lucky because they got younger talent and whatnot, and I believe Joker and Murray ended up running out of gas because they ended up carrying the team for the whole entire fucking game. Like, I don't understand how you can have two players have 35 points and nobody else in the fucking team had more than 7 points. That's all that was. They ended up playing 2 players instead of playing a starting 5 plus maybe 2 guys off the bench. They were ready, but I think Dallas is actually they're playing everybody. They got Lively engaged, they got Stafford engaged. It's looking pretty good over in Dallas. I know Dex don't like to hear that, but it's looking pretty good down there.
It is. It's looking pretty good for them folk, man. It's looking pretty good. Tricky Trey, how you feeling about the picks, man? You riding with the pick? You want to swap them out like Jeezy them used to do back in the day? What you want to do, my bro?
Hey, since my Knicks out, I'm gonna pick with the Pacers.
Are you feeling confident?
Yeah, I feel confident. Pacers, I feel like they're going to end up just winning because, honestly, I think Boston's going to choke per usual, and they're not going to follow through and win the game. So I think that they're going to just pretty much give it away. And then I think that the Timberwolves is going to go ahead and handle Kyrie and them. And it's going to be the T-Wolves versus the Pacers in the championship.
You got to let that hate go, bro.
No hate.
You got to let it go.
I don't have as much confidence in the Pacers like that. Man. They've already exceeded my expectations. I don't see them really winning like close games where the margin is like 10 to 15 points. I see them winning a game like that. But as far as it being like real close, I think Carlisle is making a lot of bad critical decisions, and his team will make up for it.
Yeah, they gonna have to learn how to close out them close games. You can't allow them to get back into the game. You got to go ahead and put your foot on their neck.
The players deliver though as much as they can to whatever the coach called though, and I just think a lot of times Carlisle just makes like some real bad last minute decisions,
He does.
you know,
He does.
and I think that's where Boston is going to take advantage, and I really see Boston winning in 6 or less. I want to say five. I honestly said five before game one, but I say six.
Okay. So which duo do you think is more important to their team? Boston duo, or do you think it's the Dallas duo? Which one is more important?
Dallas, because of what they do. Like again, last night they scored 70 points of the team, but 108, 109 points. So
Yeah.
70 points. Yeah. You don't get no more important than that.
Yeah, I don't even consider Boston to even have a duo. Any given day, Derek White he can go off. You just saw game one that Drew can go off. Of course,
True.
JT can go off and JB can go off. Their team is complete, man. So it's really not a two-man squad over there. But in Dallas, hell yeah.
Okay. Tricky trade. Which one is more important? Would it be the Dallas duo or the Boston duo?
Important. I guess I'd say Boston's duo because they got a chance in hell to win. Whereas if the two go down in Dallas, Lively can pick it up. They can facilitate through Conley, and then they got old buddy, the other dude that's decent. So I think that they can still make their rounds and be a decent squad. But if Tatum and Brown go, man, the Celtics might will pack that bus up and head home.
Crazy line, man. I think Tyrese and Siakam is the more important duo.
Oh yeah, because if they go down, most definitely they ain't doing nothing without them two. Indiana.
That's definitely valid. That's definitely valid for sure.
Yeah, that's a valid point right there. Because without them two, they are most definitely the ones who driving the ship in Indiana. If you don't have neither one of them, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Maybe you can do it without maybe one of them, but without both of them, oh yeah, it's over with. It's most
In order to do it without Siakam, Turner would have to just be amazing. And Turner's nowhere near averaging 10 boards or 8 boards. I just don't see him. I don't see him doing it without Siakam.
superstars down to where they're gassed. Because even Ant-Man said last night, man, I'm exhausted. I didn't know it took all this. Yeah, so you're gonna have to most definitely defer a little bit. You ain't gonna be able to go 100 miles per hour the whole game. You're gonna tire yourself out eventually. So your role players are going to need to step up in them key situations, especially during this time. It's the finals
Just
time.
about to say that.
Everybody.
Especially this late in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. You better know it, man. Hey, we are tapped in over here at the Tapped In Sports Podcast, man. Hey, we got our finals picks up there. It's rolling. It's rolling. It look like Boston is gonna stay white. I don't know if I'm gonna have to take Boston down to yellow because yellow mean that they tied, or if they're gonna stay white. So hopefully they can stay white because I got the Celtics because I knew the Pacers probably wasn't gonna be able. They're a little bit too young. I didn't think that they were going to be able to sustain their 3-point shooting like they have because I think that the Celtics are a better defensive team than the Knicks were. And so they're going to be able to make those, and they got more bodies. And so they're going to be able to make those adjustments defensively to be able to sew up their shooting out there. So I knew that the Knicks.
Drew was a problem out there, man.
I said that earlier. Drew Holiday is the reason why they won because everybody else been up and down, inconsistent. But Drew Holiday has been that mainstay, especially on the defensive end. And then the game one, he showed you that he can get it going offensively too. Drew Holiday is a godsend for them folks. Oh yeah. So we gonna be tapped in trying to see who gonna win it, who gonna pull it off. Because I think that my boy Goku got the best picks. I think that's gonna be the finals matchup that we gonna have. Look like it's gonna maybe be the Celtics and the Mavs. I think that's going to be a great series. I think that the NBA may try to push towards that because everybody say it's a script out there. So if it is a script, I think And now with both of those teams winning game one, and then especially with that drama with Kyrie potentially going back to Boston and all that, I think that may be the storyline that they may have to go with.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. A lot of people forget that he spent a couple of years in Boston, so he got to go back to Boston for the finals to potentially win a championship. Ooh, hey.
He might be vintage Kyrie right there.
Yeah, they feed off the drama, and like I said, that's something that you're gonna have to be tapped into as we go forward in these playoffs, man. Anything else y'all guys want to say before we get ready to jump off this thing? We've covered everything: NBA, WNBA, WWE, the finals, people tripping off, people getting charter flights. We done covered just about everything over here at the podcast with the Barbershop Vibe. Tap in before we leave.
Gotta send the benediction out to inside the NBA. Not forgotten. I'm out of here.
I want to say congratulations to all my sports teams last season. They all won the division. That would be the Houston Astros won their 23-24 division. The Dallas Cowboys won their division. The Florida State Seminoles won their division. And and Orlando Magic won their division. So yeah, I was happy all season, man, all year.
Hey.
Shout out to my squad.
Hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to my guys for coming out tonight. You've been rocking with your boy, Mr. D. Shout out to my guy, Big Dex, Goku, finishing off for us tonight. Shout out to my guy, Tricky Trey, G-Hal. We are all my guys around the world. And as I always say, live your life. Never let them live it for you. Bang. Let's go.